not an everyday occurrence. She awkwardly unlocked a new changing room for me, and I excitedly put on the dress. Now hear me out. When I walked into the store that day with Kristen, I had zero intentions of buying a wedding dress for myself. That was the last thing on my radar. I was completely single, no wedding in sight, but I have no problem with getting my ducks out of line. The minute I walked out of that room to show Kristen and our mom the dress, they both erupted in small cheers. "It's 100% you," Kristen said, shaking her head and smiling. "It's like you times 1,000, actually." I had to agree with her. It was totally me. It fit perfectly, too. Before I could talk any sense into myself, a wave of fear washed over me. What if this dress no longer exists when I get married someday? What if they discontinue it? What if I search for months and months and can't find anything even close to this? That fear drove me to make a drastic and totally weird decision. I shared my thoughts with Kristen and our mom, and to my shock, they didn't even attempt to talk me out of it. In fact, Kristen encouraged me to snag the dress now if I truly loved it that much. What a sister! The sales clerk was completely confused when we asked her to package up this dress for me. Imagine the scene. Kristen walks in to find a dress, and I walk out buying one. I'll never forget what the clerk asked me when I checked out. "So when is your big day, dear?" With clammy hands, I answered her in the most honest way I could muster up. "Oh, I'm still working on that." She smiled and didn't ask more. As we walked away from that store, a thrilling sensation washed over me. Maybe my wedding day wouldn't be too far off after all. Little did I know that my perfect dress would hang in the back of my closet for many, many years to come. That little secret would remain hidden in the shadows of my life while my dreams to get married went unfulfilled. As the years stretched on, I wondered when my Prince Charming would come to sweep me off my feet. Kristen was settled into married life, and I longed for the same thing. But year after year, I found myself still single. Every time I opened my closet and saw that dress hanging there, strategically disguised behind the rest of my clothes, I felt the pain of disappointment. Life wasn't turning out the way I had always imagined. This was not part of the plan, not even close. I had the fairy tale dress, but no handsome prince to go with it. The unexpected. When something in life doesn't turn out the way you expected, it can be really hard to accept. But I don't have to tell you that. You know what I'm talking about. Whether you're in your teens, in your 20s, or older, single or married, you've faced unexpected twists and turns in your story too. Maybe you don't have an unworn wedding dress hanging in the back of your closet, but your parents got divorced when you were young and it left you rattled. Or maybe your boyfriend or fiancé suddenly broke up with you, leaving a painful void in your life. Maybe you received a health diagnosis that you never saw coming. Or maybe you find yourself trapped in habitual sin, wondering how you'll ever break free. Or maybe you're the woman who looks happy on the outside, but feels lonely and miserable on the inside. Maybe you experienced abuse at the hands of someone who should have protected you. Please listen to Chapter 6 regarding abuse. Or, like me, you thought marriage would come knocking on your door a lot sooner than this. Whatever it is you're facing now, have faced in the past, or will face in the future, one thing is clear. Life is unpredictable, and it's hard, often disappointing, and most assuredly challenging. Ask anybody over the age of 60 if their life turned out exactly the way they imagined, and you'll be hard-pressed to find one person who says yes. Life rarely happens the way we plan it.
I, Kristen, came face to face with this during the first few years of my marriage. Of course, I had faced challenges before, but this was the hardest one by far. Growing up, I had always imagined my future with a handsome husband by my side and a house full of kiddos running around. Well, I got the handsome husband part, but little did I know how heart-wrenching the next decade would be in the kid department. As a little girl, I loved playing house. It was one of my all-time favorite games. I'm actually not even sure it can technically be called a game because there isn't a goal or a winner. You just play make-believe. Did you ever do that?
This was long before.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.